Behind me is a Catawba tree. The Catawba tree is well, I don't know much about the tree, but except for the fact that in it lives Catawba worms, in it and on it. And fish love Catawba worms. Now, how do I know this? Well, I learned it from my Uncle Jan. My Uncle Jan was kind of a diminutive, gentle bachelor teacher, professor, taught at A&M. And because he had no family responsibilities, he invested a lot of time with me and my cousins. And my uncle, I have an uncle who's just a couple years older than I am. And he would drive us all over East Texas and introduce us to different things. One day, he took us to the little town of Omen. And in Omen, we kind of piddled around a little bit and started to head back to Tyler. And as we were headed to Tyler, he pointed down a little dirt road and said, "Boys, those are Catawba trees." And he began to explain how Catawba trees was the home for Catawba worms and how fish loved them. Now, fast forward about, 40, 45 years later, my father and I sold our business. We were wanting to buy some land. We bought some land. We bought it in the town of Omen, named it the Rusty Shovel Ranch. And one day it occurred to me as I was looking at the Catawba trees on our property that those are the very Catawba trees that my uncle pointed out to me back in 1965. And now we owned them. We own those very trees. I don't know. It just seemed odd. It seemed kind of sweet in a sense, because it causes me to think back to my Uncle Jan and how much time he invested in his nephews and his brother, and just what a great guy he was. I'm glad he lived a long life, not always an easy life, but it was a good life and a good model for me and my cousins. And it made me grateful to God that I can even own this land and own these Catawba trees. What a blessing that is. And what a super blessing it was to have so many great aunts and uncles who invested in us when we were little kids. I hope I can do the same to my grandkids.